Alright guys and gals, so today we're going to do a real quick tutorial on how to play the Mongols. So you can see here we're in the desert map, right? Not a lot of resources to build around, but you always want to build across a, you want to build near a tree line. In this case I've got some stones here for an Oovoo. There's a big advantage to this and I'll show you in a little bit here. So right now I'm scouting with my con to get some sheep, right? So we can have some food. First thing I'll do is I'll place that town center right next to the Oovoo in the tree line, and then I'll build that Oovoo. Now remember, with the Oovoo, anything within it you can build double the units. So in this case with the Mongols, we can get double the villagers, right? That it's almost synonymous with building essentially 2 town centers if you have enough stones to get villagers. Okay, so the first villager sent out, I'm going to have him on the sheep for food. Okay, that Oovoo's done, and I'm still scouting around for more sheep, because as Mongols, you'll need sheep unless you have a food source nearby, you know, berry bushes. Alright, so once I'm done building that Oovoo, I'm going to send that worker to food. So in this case now I'm going to have 3 on food and 5 on wood, then 6 on wood. Gonna keep building until we have enough for a stable so we can do horseman rush, semi-rush. Something's in my throat, excuse me. Okay, once that stable starts building, I send all of my wood over onto the food side, right? So now I have 8 on food, and then I have 1 on wood. That way you can have enough workers on food to get ready for the horsemen, because horsemen cost 100 food. So what I want to aim for is 10 food and 1 wood. Of course this time I'm short on wood, so I'm going to send that worker from the stable once it's done over to the wood side. Alright, so I've got the stable building horsemen. Now some guys like to go 4 horsemen. I'm going to go with just 2 for now because I want to use the stones and the Oovoo for villagers, right? So now I've got 3 on wood. So around 100 wood you want to build a gur so you can have some workers on the goal. Got something in my throat this morning. Okay, so I have that worker building the gur for the gold, and then I send 1 extra worker to the gold as well, so that way we can get up to the feudal age quicker. Okay, the con's moving around. Not many sheeps around here, unfortunately. Of course, when you're hunting or when you're searching for sheep, scouting for sheep, you usually want to stay within the vicinity of where your town center is. That's where the sheep usually are. And I'm upgrading the wood and the gur. That way it chops down a little bit quicker for the wood, so you gain the wood quicker. Now I've got two folks on the gold. I'm going to send another work to gold. That way we can get to 200 quicker, because to get to feudal age you're going to need 400 food and 200 gold. I keep the food at a steady 10 during the first age, and a lot of it after I have enough people on the gold, which is 4. We want 4 people in the gold. I'll pretty much put everything into wood up into feudal age. Just saying hi to the guy real quick here. Try to build relationships with my partners, random partners that I you know, match with. Alright, so we're at 400 food, but we're only at 130 gold, right? So you see where the necessity is to put workers on gold as soon as possible. Look at this, now I have enough stones to build double the villagers, so that's what you saw there. Oh, perfect. There's a scout. This is why you build horsemen, so that the horsemen can chase after any scouts like this and, you know, take the sheep back. You can rush with horsemen and build, you know, 4 horsemen if you want to do a full rush, but I like to use them more as a maintenance function, right? They're fast, they're mobile, and they can still take down scouts with Khan's help relatively quick. Alright, so you see I got 4 on the gold and 5 on the wood. I'm going to send an extra worker from wood to build the silver tree. Now the challenge with this desert map here is there's not a market, so you have to ask your partner to build a market so you can trade. I'm building a silver tree, and I'm going to ask the guy the partner to build a market so we can trade. Mongols, I like to trade with them because that's where a lot of your income sources will come from later on in the game. Notice there's an even balance between wood and gold at this point. I'm sending an extra worker to help with the silver tree. Okay, those are the sheep we stole from the scout that we killed with horsemen and the Khan. So we're gonna take those sheep and put them back near the town center. And now I'm researching the wheelbarrow. So that wheelbarrow is gonna help, you know, make the villagers move quicker and collect more resources. So now I'm putting an extra worker on the food, and then I'm gonna have that worker build a pasture, because as you get towards the feudal age, of course you want to have sheep ready for your workers. There you go. Now I'm asking the guy to, hey, let's build a market together, guys, or guy. That way we can trade. And you see the guy saw that I was coming, so he put his villagers in the tower. I definitely avoid the tower in that case. Don't want to get near it. I'm not the best at keeping my horsemen alive. Sometimes I'll let them die by accident. Okay, so the partner agrees to building a market. We're on good terms here. Look at that. I'm using double my villagers now. I'm getting 2 on wood. How awesome is that? This desert map, it doesn't put the as a Mongol, you'll usually get the food very far away from the wood lines or the tree lines. So one thing you can use to offset that is the stones to build that extra Oovoo to get double villagers. So that's kind of the silver lining with this desert map here. Alright, I built a second pasture, and usually I like to click on all the pastures and designate them to get the sheep closer to the town hall or the town center. That way, the distance between the travel of your villagers and the town center is close. It makes a difference, believe it or not. There we go. Alright, that silver tree's done. Now with one of the workers from the silver tree, I'm going to build an archery range. Look at that. So we kind of chased him away from his, you know, from his hunting cabin, his, you know, hunting log, whatever you want to call it. They're all gone, so I'm using that opportunity to attack the hunting cabin there. Always keeping an eye on the mini-map to make sure that none of the units come up on us and sneak us from behind and try to kill the horsemen. Okay, now I've got 12 on food, I've got 8 on wood, and 6 on gold. Wood is very important for the Mongols. Extremely important for the Mongols, right? Well, any civilization, but definitely for the Mongols. That's why you're seeing the wood ratio to the food ratio pretty clear, or pretty near each other. I'm just letting the partner know where my market is. There's a silver tree in case he forgets. Alright, so we destroyed the log cabin from our adversary there. And we've got archery range done, but I don't have enough stones. That's the downside to using the stones for the villagers, but hey, it's worth it. Totally worth it. I've got 3 pastures at this point now. Let's build a 4th pasture. Make sure we have enough sheep for the workers there. Sending the extra worker to the gold so we can get 7 on gold and of course 12 on wood. And while I'm doing that, I'm harassing the enemy. Alright, it's time to build the step redoubt for the 3rd age. Castle age. I'll have another worker help out with the step redoubt. I don't even know if I pronounced it properly, to be honest, but that's fine. Now I can see that, hey, the knight's trying to chase me, so let's get out of here. The purpose of the 2 horsemen in Khan is to really harass the enemy, right? You don't necessarily always kill their villagers with even 4 horsemen. It's enough to get the economy disrupted. Alright, I'm at the point where I need some extra income, or some extra food. So I'm starting to put more on food now. Notice gold's still hovering around at 7. Alright, I'm kind of stuck back here, so I gotta get around, but anyways. Now we're putting 14 on food, as opposed to 12 earlier, because we need to gather the food and make sure that we're ready for the next age, which is Imperial Age, after this wonder is complete, or this landmark is complete. Look at that, I'm being chased by his horsemen. Let's run, let's run. I don't know, this looks ominous. I don't think I'll make it. Oh, he blocked my path. Okay. It's gonna be a sad day for the Khan here. Oh, it's alright, we're gonna make it. We will survive. It's okay. Notice I've got six patchers now at this point. I've got 16 workers on food and then 12 on wood. Okay, I've got 2 extra mango dyes over there that I'm going to link up with a horseman. I can't save that guy. There's no point. Okay, let's see how he's doing. Where's his market? Where's your market, buddy? Here it is. I see it on the map. Alright, now I'm going to send one of my workers here, because if you notice at this point the Oovoo is going to deplete soon, and you're going to need another Oovoo. This strategy requires you to kind of build up around the next Oovoo site, you know, all your barracks and archery ranges and stables. So you can see I kind of packed them up to move them over here. Now once you're doing that, you're leaving your folks at the original town center kind of vulnerable, right? What I'm doing is I'm moving the steppe redoubt over to the gold. That way we can harvest gold much quicker. Now I'm building my 6th pasture. My apologies. Alright, so I'm building towers kind of right outside of the enemy's doorway, because one of the key things with Mongols, you can't build a wall, right? But you can get early warning. And the way to get early warning is to get that tower built. And usually when you build a tower, the enemies usually come and attack the tower. You can see that villager I sent up here is building that Oovoo to get the essentially the staging point ready for our attack. Make sure I move all the sheep over to the town center. Alright, first thing I'm building as soon as I can is the siege workshop, because that's a huge force multiplier, especially when you have less forces than them. Making sure I'm building that tower, right, because defense is very important. Now if you build out here in the middle of nowhere, you're pretty much on your own. You gotta have, you know, mangonel, especially siege engines and all that, and a tower to defend yourself. I'm asking him if he can build a market, but it's right there. I just didn't see it. There we go. Now I like to give a hotkey for my my silver tree, so I can go and use build some traders. You're gonna want a lot of traders, because over time they're gonna give you a lot of income. Upgrading my food and my mining. So while I'm doing all this, I'm building that Oovoo, you know, building that extra tower around the Oovoo. I'm replacing my stable, my archery range, and building another archery range. The goal is you're going to want to surround that new Oovoo with all the buildings, all the military buildings, so you can train your troops here. I'm going to build another second tower, because one tower is not going to be enough. Looks like there's a scout on that ridge, so I'm going to take him out. So that worker that I built that tower with, I'm going to use him again to build another tower. There's kind of a dark space right there. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I want to make sure we can see the enemy before they approach us, right, so we can get prepared. Okay, got my tower built. Now that I moved my stable and my archery range away from here, I'm pretty naked here at home too, right in the town center. So I'm going to build a tower. Now you notice on top of that town center, you can only put 20 people in to the town center, right? So that means if you don't build enough towers, you're not going to be able to put all your workers in when you get attacked. Oh, they're right next to me. Look at that. So my ally is being, my partner here is being attacked by them over there. He's kind of distracting them, and they haven't figured out my location yet. I don't recommend building out this far out. You can always build an Oovoo nearby, you know. That's still kind of forward, but not too far out by yourself. So I'm sending all my workers over to the wood, because those guys were chopping wood by the town center, but wood's depleted over there. Now I'm going to build my white suppa. That's my fourth landmark here. Bad idea. A little too close to all that action. Let's cancel that. Alright, he still didn't see me. Cancel. I don't want to expose myself if I don't have to. So let's get back here. Oh, he found me. Now you're going to be tempted to run back to this area, but with those two workers, if you expose yourself and you're not caught, well, you're going to be caught essentially. So I'm keeping them north, away from my my Oovoo. All right, let's build a white super right there, fourth landmark. I like to build that as opposed to the Khan's Palace, which, you know, generates units for you, because the white super provides you with additional stones. Now I'm at 22 on food and 14 on the wood, and only 9 on the gold. Where's this guy going? He's supposed to go to the market there, so I'll send him to the market. There we go. Alright, let's hide for a little bit. Let's crank out as much troops as we can to protect this area. Definitely want to build a mangonel siege engine, right? In case you get attacked in this area. So you've got your tower, you've got your mangonel, you've got your man, I'm not even pronouncing it properly, whatever it's pronounced, right? Please excuse my pronunciation. You've got your tower, your mangonel, and some of your units here, at least to hold off the enemy. So while he's keeping the enemy occupied, I'm going to go mess around with them. You have to be aware of where your enemies are on the map, right? Don't leave your spot bare if your enemy's nearby. But as you can see, he was hunting around there, so his hunting cabin is a rife opportunity for annihilation. Let's go kill some of his villagers. Alright, come on. Yeah, if you can disrupt the enemy's economy by any chance, take it. There we go. Slaughter. I shot off one of those maneuver quick reloading arrows, so our archers can shoot the villagers quicker. Alright, you guys are getting stuck. I need to reassign the silver tree. There we go. Oh, now he runs. We're gonna slaughter them. So there you go. We just slaughtered essentially all their food, I think. Yeah, our ally's getting a little hit, but he's gonna manage, and I'm gonna try to help him out as best I can. Now, my approach to helping out an enemy or your ally is not to send just troops straight there. Usually, that never helps anything. The reason is by the time your troops gets there, you know, and if your troops die, what do you do then, right? So I'm going to focus on harassing this guy real quick. Run away. There you go. While I'm running away, my Mengu guys are shooting at him. Perfect. Let's go around and mess with him again. Just checking up on my ally, see if he's if he's gonna make it. Okay, so the enemy's looks like he's got troops built up, so I'm gonna run away from this area. Scout as quick as we can. Uh-oh, not looking good. Let's get out of here. And he's got all cavalry too, so bad juju. Let's get some more spearmen to come defend this area, because I'm gonna drag the guys back. Maybe. Let's see what I do. I forget. Yeah, I'm gonna take him away from this area here, so he doesn't destroy my buildings. Hasn't found out where I'm at yet. But if he does, I have the mangonel, the tower, and all that to get ready for defense. Let's go help out our partner real quick here to chase or distract the enemy. And you notice I sent a villager here to help out the partner because when you're helping out a partner, you provide more value by building those military buildings next to your partner, and and spawning those units directly, so you can keep spawning the units as opposed to having your spearmen walk all the way across the map, get killed, and then really leave your partner hanging, right? So that's how I help my partners. Is I build military buildings in their establishments, in their cities. I sent a lot of extra worker up to that Oovoo and up to the the fourth landmark. I'm going to use them to mine the gold in that center, since the area is rich with gold. I'm going to upgrade my wood. Like I said, wood is very important to Mongols, so I usually like to upgrade that first. Alright, got a small contingent of folks to help out if he gets attacked. I build the siege engine first because, like I said, siege engine are force multipliers, right? Or the siege workshop first. And then I build 3 barracks around that so I can get some infantry troops to support the siege engine. Oh, so he found out where I'm at. Ruh-roh. Not looking good, right? We'll be alright. Killed all my villagers. Silly me. It's okay. We've got, like I said, mangonel, we've got knights, we've got lancers, we've got spearmen. We're going to have to defend himself right now. Look at that. Oh, where's he running to? I'm back. Okay. We made a statement. We defended ourselves. So that reminds me, always build towers around your military bases, your forward military bases. I'm building that tower first here. Alright, so I took the Khan back from my allies' base. Got siege engine coming up here, mangonel. Got spearmen and men-at-arm training. The reason why I have man-at-arm trained in the queue over at my allies' base is because he has spearmen, right? But now that I have kind of a force build up in this forward base here, I'm going to harass the enemy. Let's see. Oh, look at that! Ripe for the picking. He's got a gold mine that he's got all his workers at. You want to cripple the economy as quick as you can. That's a target of opportunity there. Look at that. Okay, so over at my friendly's base here, got to help out your friends, right? It's a team game. I got my mangonel coming out to defend him. Killed all the gold. Let's go hit the farms. No food, no gold, no troops, right? Just giving the allies some reassurance here. We're gonna be all right. All right, so he can run, but I'm gonna destroy all his farms. It costs a lot of wood to build farms, so let's destroy him. There you go. Mangonel's doing a good job kind of helping out with the defense. I'm over here ravaging the farm. Oh, there's a tower over there. Let's get away from that. It's burning down farm. Scorch earth kind of thing. Okay, while I'm doing that, let's start spawning some knights. Let's build some crossbowmen. I've got 2 archery ranges here, and I think 4 barracks. I like to start spamming barracks, about 7 barracks, and at least 5 archery ranges. So we've got man-at-arm built, 2 mangonels for the defense of our our ally. He'll be okay. Let's take out all those guys that are trying to target our mangonel here. So I've gathered my troops back to in front of the mangonel siege engines to defend them. All the while I'm defending my partner's side with the troops that I built here in the military buildings. I built 1 archery range and 2 barracks up there where the partner's at. Okay, so let's target something easy where we don't all get pummeled. I'm just targeting houses. It's a little too close within range for the enemy's town center, so they can shoot arrows at us, so I try to stay away from that. all the while making sure to spawn some troops. The extra workers, send them down there to mine some gold. Let's have another guy build a barrack. Took out 2 of my men as well. I was doing some other stuff, but it's okay. We got a sizable army still. Now that doesn't mean that we can go, from the suicide, within range of the tower and the town center. So I'm gonna send him down here to this pasture area and kill all the farms down here, further crippling his economy. Now look at that, he's running. Where are you guys going? The reason why they're running is I assume is because 1, they can't fit into their town center, or 2, they're desperate for resources. Okay, so now I'm building my siege engine, my cannon, right? Continuing to build my mangonel with the extra double the mangonel. Now while you guys are doing this, you want to also build a blacksmith so you can upgrade your troops. I'll show you which one to upgrade first. You sort of have 2 armies ready, but not enough siege equipment yet. Oh, we've got two cannons. That's enough to make the enemy's day pretty bad. All right, let's send these guys to some gold here, so keep them occupied. They kind of know where my spot is now, so I'm gonna build a mine right there, mine some gold up here. Okay, so we've got 2 armies. I like to use hotkeys, designate them. My army number 2 and my army number 1. 1 army is usually my vanguard. 1 is kind of like my back army that I use to protect these siege engines, right? You want to protect your siege engines because they're expensive. Oh, by the way, and we're also charging up there in the berry bushes, further crippling his economy, of course. Look at that. And not worth it. We scared him away, and he's already short on food as it is. I want to keep my forces nearby so I can at least defend my siege engines and use them as support. So usually, I have force number 1 is kind of like my vanguard at the front. Force number 2 is my reserve and my defense for the siege engines. You don't want siege engines to die because they're very valuable and they're very expensive. We won. Look at that. Amazing. Just a quick strategy. I'm by no means the best person, right?